And this is me coming to you live in my bubble of anxiety. Ah. I figured since I couldn't get out the bed, this would be my way of doing this video so I can better show you than I can tell you. With all the time that I had, all the rest that I had, I'm exhausted. I do not feel like getting out of the bed. But there is stuff that I have to do. A lot of stuff. I don't think people really understand what anxiety can look like, sound like, and feel like. It feels like a tedious task. Feels like a tedious task of just like living. Everything is pressure. Everything is overwhelming.
Everything is everything. After winter must come spring.
I'm very aware of my anxiety and how it controls my life, how it takes over my life, how it interferes with my life, how it interjects with my life, how it just do a lot of things that is not so simple. It's not just, oh, my chest is hurting. No. I tell you what, I didn't even know these feelings had a word because I thought things were just happening because I was running away from shit. To be honest, that is part of the case. I am running from a lot of things that is of reality, and it goes hand in hand with, if you want things to happen, you have to do these things. Not all the time is it so easy when you suffer with anxiety, depression, any mental disabilities, illnesses, diseases, trauma. You know, it's not easy to get up every day and just act like the shit didn't happen. Especially when there are other people that are triggering the same situations that occurred in your life. So the best way to avoid those situations from happening again, stay in bed. Now, I can do that, stay in the bed all fucking day. It's not fun though, trust me. I have a creative mind. So I always am up to do something cool, always to do something fun. Oh, I'm always up for it. But, you know, there's a lot of other things that I have to do in between time. Like I have to clean up. How did this get in here? Look at all this stuff. I know my daughter did this. Because she asked me if she could have that shirt on. I promise you something so simple as this is throwing me off the wall. One, I don't know how it got there. So I'm just in my head just like, how the fuck did it get here? Is it me? Is it... You know, I can't just get up and pick it up some days. It's not that easy. I gotta make sure I'm not going crazy in my head because I really don't know how that got there. I don't know. I think that came... I'm not gonna even go in deep. You see how easy that is? So usually when I am having one of these moments, I try to make sure not to overthink. No, I'm always overthinking, and it's Promise you, it's okay. So, as I have been learning, in order to get out of this funk, you have to know what is going on. Obviously, what is going on with me, clothes is on the floor, things is around, I'm not picking it up. This would be considered a sign of depression or laziness. I'm not really a lazy person because when I do things, I'm very active. I'm what you would call a functioning person in depression, right? But Lord, do anybody knows what's going on in my fucking head? But half of the time, I'll be right with the shit I'm thinking about. When you know what you're thinking in your head, what when you're trying to avoid things that are going on, and you know, like I'll be like, not going out today. No, if I go there, it's gonna rain, and if it rains, I'm gonna get stuck, and if I get stuck, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be wet. The thing is gonna break, and then if that breaks, I'm analyzing step by step because every day is the same thing, or every season is the same thing, and I just have been able to recognize the patterns for me not to walk into it again. I am right now trying to heal myself. I am right now trying to help myself. I am right now trying to help others understand that anxiety is just not a chest pain. You can have agony, like your body be aching, like my body is aching, and it could probably be because I'm sitting around doing whatever with my head laying in the bed so long. Who knows? It could be anything. But once you realize what it is, you're able to fix that problem. Anxiety comes from postpartum depression. Is that what it is? PT? Post-traumatic depression. PTD? Right? Something like that. PTDS? I don't know. There's so many names for things of you just logically thinking and people fucking doing shit to you, and now you're depressed. Like, nah, I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed. You're fucked up and you throwing it on me because I'm free with the way I feel about doing things, and I don't really make an issue out of it. But you're making an issue out of my fucking way of living. So now I can't even fucking be myself. And that is depressing. Anxiety is me saying that I don't even really want to be putting this video out. Anxiety is worrying about if y'all care or not that I put a video out like this. Anxiety is what I got going on in my head don't have shit to do with you. Doesn't mean, oh, I need you to say, when somebody's having anxiety, or if you don't know the fucking signs and they sitting, they quiet and shit like that, you don't be looking at them like, here she go again, she's fucking sad. That's even more depressing. Now in my head, I'm like, I know they probably looking at me like I'm fucking crazy right now. I really don't feel like even defending myself. Like, they can think whatever the fuck they want to. Annoying asses. Just talking a bunch of shit. I'ma just sit here and be quiet. So, it's either I go through those motions of sitting around certain people, or I don't come at all, and I don't even have to fight with anybody. So, anxiety is that it took me a whole week to do this video because I wanted to make sure that whatever I bring to this channel, it is authentic and not me just like, hey, how you doing? My name is Raven. Make sure you follow and subscribe. I'm not trying to give you that because I don't have that in me. This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, this is anxiety right now. This is a great, right in front of you, live video of me having a breakdown anxiety attack. I'm proud to say that I came a long way. I came a long way, for real. I live in fear. Just because I live in fear don't mean I ain't ready for it. That's the thrill behind that shit too. I'm ready for whatever because it's just like I build myself up to be prepared for, shit, I'm just like my hair is dry and I have these fucking spandex on and I'm fucking just like, when you be sweating and itching your skin. Um Anxiety is like it's a thrill also because it's like you can go in and out of like having word vomit, doing things so rapidly because just off of intimidation, off of whatever that's in your head. Anxiety is just like putting yourself out there, and you could be risking that shit because you're not going with your gut feeling. Anxiety is fucking like crazy. I really ain't got no fucking answers for how to help your anxiety for you. But for me, for instance, I let that shit run its course because I believe that time has its way with you. And everything that happens, the energy that's being provoked, the spirit, everything that's happening at that time, whether you are down, whether you are up and almighty, whether you are feeling like you want to go jog, whether you feeling like you want to take the longest shower, whatever is going on with your feeling, like make sure you really want to do whatever you're doing, that it's not for nobody else, because then that's going to put you in the loop of where you just got yourself out of. Good night. Fudge. One thing that I am learning about myself, even fighting through having anxiety, is I really don't. I have trained myself to not really put myself in places where I don't want to be, period. I know I try to, I force myself a lot to like get up and go out and try to be amongst crowds and stuff like that. And sometimes like, recently I'm just feeling like, nah, I don't feel like going. And it's not that I don't feel like going, it's just that certain things, I don't be feeling like going, and there's certain things to not be judged, I'd rather not be there because people are always saying some ill shit under their breath, looking at you a certain way, and this is the things that I seen on multiple occasions. So to not for it to happen today, I'd rather not be around people. I'm gonna just do whatever I feel is right in my heart because that's all I have to offer. I think I've shown my loyalty enough. Right about now, it's my time for me to take care of me. Um, I don't want to put myself out there anymore in a place or a position where that I cannot handle the consequences. Um, you know, and I just want to stay in a peaceful environment where I don't have to even worry about what people are saying or thinking or what they may feel from me. And that don't have nothing to do with me because obviously if I feel like I can't come around you, it's something that you are doing that's making me put this distance between us. And I feel more comfortable in my own space. I feel more comfortable not having you around. I am at peace. It's just, I think me personally, anxiety is your spirit, intuition, your gut feeling telling you something is wrong, don't do it, you don't have to do it, and are you okay with the consequences, you know? And when you know what the consequences are, that'll motivate you, or you'll just be stuck in a spot because you don't have an answer, basically. And I usually know what the answers are, and sometimes I go against it. Yeah, you can really see when somebody like has anxiety too. You have to see this. You have to. If you don't know what the signs look like, you have to just like get an idea that somebody is just like fighting with themselves in their head. I love meditating. Meditating definitely puts me in a better space. Moving on with my day, it helps me just like have a smooth morning, a very prosperous one. Keep it chill. Does that stop the anxiety when I get somewhere else? No, it does not. I get on the train and catch anxiety. This fucking pandemic is putting me anxiety. I don't know what to expect from anybody nowadays walking outside. Mask on, mask off. Handshake, no handshake. Seeing stuff on the news, police brutality, ratchet TV, my peers, my daughter, um, anybody, just anybody can trigger the anxiety. Anything. My cat meowing. Do I got enough food for him? Oh my gosh, did I clean the bowl? I know I cleaned the bowl. I just gave him some fresh water. Why is he meowing? What the fuck, man? I'll go through a phase like that first, and then next I'll just like try to figure it out, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I got it. Then something else will come right up. Oh shit, I gotta call these people. What time is it? It's 5:45. They close at 6 o'clock. I was supposed to been did this 6 days ago. Now I'm at the last day, panicking, procrastinating. Self-love is very important. Challenging yourself is very good. Had to take a breather. Real life shit. I love that saying, when you know better, you do better. That is a great quote. If you know better, you'll do better. Some people don't know no better. They're ignorant to, a lot of things. So they're unfamiliar with what you're going through, and it doesn't make any sense to them. Like, first of all, it's like, I'm not stressing. I'm really not. I'm just over analyzing. I'm not stressed about anything. Like, nothing is just making me feel like, oh, I'm losing my brain. I'm like, there's no pain in between the thinking process to make sure that I don't fuck up. That's not stressing me out. What's stressing me out is you not understanding, or you just looking at it like, oh, just leave her alone, or oh, she's just overthinking, like brushing it off like that shit don't matter. It matters. Like, that's me taking my time, and your job is just to be present, have patience, and not take it personal. The 3 P's. Anxiety is not listening to your gut. Everything is connected to something. Those feelings that you are having, feeling like you pacing back and forth, or you taking too long to get to where you're going, it's happening for a reason. It's not just anxiety alone by itself. You know, you don't have to move at everyone else's pace. I love myself. I adore myself. I appreciate myself. I'm starting to see myself in a light where it's just like, I want to make sure I'm saying things that make sense and not just be all over the place. This is the best way I can express how I feel when I'm under the pressure of anxiety. If you are a person that doesn't want to take medication, you need to do a lot of natural remedies and to do a lot of natural healing meditation, eating certain foods, herbs to drink, people that are around you, eliminate people, and don't feel bad for when you have to cut people off. Once you start cutting people off out of your life, you're gonna see the decrease of anxiety. It's more pleasant, it's more rewarding, it gives you more strength. It gives you more to work on yourself and not always be triggered off of worried about all these people that is around you opinions who don't give a fuck if you're having symptoms or not, because they're so busy trying to keep up a persona with themselves that they can't think about you. How could they care about you if they don't even know themselves? So, and they're not willing to learn. They're not willing to take the steps to just like be humble and not do things to harm you. That is their life. Live your life the way that suits you. Thank you. Live your life that is going to make things smooth, that you don't have to lie to yourself, that you don't have to lie to the people around you, that the people around you understand you, that they are compassionate, that they are open-minded, they are not selfish, they are not hate, there is no hatred, that there is no envy, that there is love unconditionally, that there is just like a great amount of abundance surrounding you. And that would take you some time to understand who's in your corner and who is pushing you in the corner. And that comes along with just like knowing your self-worth, knowing your mental health is important to you, and that you do not have the right to throw your issues on anybody else, because it'll just make shit more complicated if you're not aware about all of this shit that you're doing, destructiveness. If you're not aware, then you're just going to be having the same issues over and over and over again. And I'm tired of being tired. I am. I'm just tired of a lot of things that I don't like feeling, because I'm sensitive. So I'm real sensitive to bullshit and to stuff that, like, I don't want to be bothered with people's bullshit. I don't want to be bothered with people's negativity. I don't want to be bothered with people in consideration. I don't want to be bothered with people thinking that they're entitled to my respect because of the amount of money that they have. Like, it's just bullshit. Motherfuckers don't have no character. They don't have no fucking... They don't have the proper... the proper comprehension skills. They don't have no sympathy, empathy for what you got going on in your life. If you're not around them, or if you don't bow down to them, you're gonna look like they're gonna look at you like you acting like you all of that. Like, how? Every time I come around you, it's a bunch of bullshit. Who will want to be around you in their right mind to think like to be around you, that you're doing me any justice. Because why? Because you spend money? Because you got a piece of paper that says you graduated from Harvard? You're shitty. Your soul is shitty. You're garbage. You went to the school. You went to the school to get a piece of paper just to put it in people's face and to degrade them, to make them feel less of themselves. That's what you learned. Let's start being more compassionate. Let's start being real with ourselves. So I say that to say this. But when you know better, you do better. Anyways, I enjoy meeting new people and hearing their story. And every time I open myself up to people like that, I'm always hearing stories that I'm familiar with myself. So that gives me the opportunity to let them know how they can improve themselves. And while I'm talking to them, I'm also saying it as a note to myself. So I love meeting new people. I love helping people. I love being happy. I love being great. I love being creative. I love being spontaneous. I love being mysterious. Yeah. So I live off of that. For the most part, my bad traits might just be my anxiety. Let's all love each other. That's it. Make sure you love yourself. Find out what it is that you love to do. I know that the diet definitely plays a part on our mental, psychological. You're not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's stuck in this bed, feeling like I don't want to get up. I'm going to try to get up and do something. Like I said, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's going to be great. You know what? I'm going to go get those clothes off the couch.